officially, today is going to be day one of day trading. And currently right now, things are kind of clicking. Things are making a lot of sense. For many one reasons right now, because I've documented this morning at exactly around 9, which was about 2 hours ago, 9:30. I was able to see kind of something that I took note of. The other day, before today, which was yesterday, obviously, right? That makes a lot of sense. Jump in a fucking hurdle just to say that. I had invested into a stock. This is all simulation, by the way. This is not actually official. The application that I'm using right now to kind of simulate this day trade stuff is called NinjaTrader, where you could log on, you could do all these trades and have it be simulated, like as if it was real, or using real stocks and practice in real time. The stock currently right now that I was using, that I bought into, was Micro E NASDAQ -100, to where I bought it around 27 something, right? And currently right now, it's actually something that I just bought back into to kind of continue playing with the whole profit. Because right now, my target, as it is, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read it and see it, is to target $150 a week of profit. That being calculated to be, for those that don't know how to do the quick math, I'll do it for you. I'm doing it for me because I can't really do it off the top of my head. And remember, it's around $750 a week. Every 2 weeks, it's going to be about $1,500, right? As of this morning, what I'll tell you right now is that I was able to capitalize and hit a peak around 9 to damn near 10 o'clock of $176 to $200. But where I failed and faltered is because I didn't ahead of time learn how to close out my investments to be able to profit on that. Currently right now in my position, I've reinvested back into it, and at the moment it looks like through simulation, obviously. How do I pull up the details? Dang it. Anyways, but it looks like currently right now I'm sitting at 50,000, 60-ish, something like that, and I'm currently in the red. Technically speaking, I'm still profiting because this is kind of like I never left the investment, but right now, because I'm buying it at a higher price, it's just kind of either going to go up and takes a lot more of my profit that I already capitalized on, or from here I just kind of go up and get the closest that I can to 150. Regardless, outside of that, I've also opened up other positions, one of them being with Bitcoin, where I've kind of learned how to draw out certain lines, and I'm kind of starting to get an idea for the patterns and how to read, right? Where I'm noticing how a lot of people tend to kind of draw out their lines. I'm gonna alter this because it might be too fucking far out, where they're buy or they're sell, not their buy or sell, so let's modify it, but they'll put a white line to where it is that the market's gonna go, which for me right here, for this one, for this Bitcoin one, given that right here it's kind of consolidating and it's not moving anywhere, like obviously right here I think I want to say sellers are pushing to move this down, right? So for me right here, if I really wanted to, what I would do, let's just cancel that. All right, let's go ahead and put in a, oh shit, no, hold up, buyers are still pushing it up as it is. So one long candlestick right there, buyer, bam, small one right here. So it's a thing where it'd probably be smart to probably enter into a buy for there, I'd say. Because from here, there's two positions that it can go. Given that it's been climbing up, which I still do feel it might go down. It could climb up, or it can go down, obviously, right? But in terms of what it is that I've been trying to learn, oh shit, it did put in an order. Okay, perfect. Let's see where it goes. Holy shit, I'm already down so much. Anyways, god damn it, that's not good, bro. I'm not making that. I am gonna make that 150 today, but it's definitely gonna be a thing where it's gonna be paying attention. Regardless, here's what I'm trying to say. There's patterns within the market that make it very easy for a lot of people to win, but the thing is that like to learn those patterns takes time. And with my feed, it's become a lot more graphic design and now I want to say day trading, right? Which is a good thing because those are two things that I'm definitely passionate about. But this morning we had the ability to be up and be out for the day in day trading. But given that I didn't learn how to, close out my deal, well, that's where I faltered. I think for 1 month, I'm going to shoot to at least strive to get 150. All honesty, I want to at least try to get, I want to say maybe 2 weeks. And then from there, if I can maintain the 2 weeks, okay, cool. We'll add on another 2 weeks onto that. And if I can also hit those other 2 weeks and make it a 1 month consistent thing, even fucking better. Guess what I'm going to do from there? From there, I'm going to do another demo phase to where I'll possibly jump up to $300, right? Because for me, the range that I want to shoot for is at least $300 to $500 consistently. If I can maintain that, get the psychology right, get the strategy right, and understand how to read these movements even better, right? It's definitely something that was in the making, in the coming to happen, because for one, like, I know I have the ability to do so, but it's been a thing, especially with this morning. We're in a conversation with a friend that I could tell I put effort in, but it's also a thing where I'm very comfortable. And in comfort, you can't really grow. So I'm putting myself in these positions now to where it's forcing me to become uncomfortable. Like, I'm making these trades like as if realistically it was my own money, right? That's the one thing that's going to help me the most, because if I'm making trades that are unrealistic as hell and I don't have the capital for it, and I go into the market and I've been only trading unrealistic trades that don't really involve like what I'm capable of doing, well then it's just not realistic. Like the moment that my trade goes past 3,000, I'm out. That's what I'm considering. Right, so I have like around 3,000 capital to play with, because that's around how much I'd probably put into it, more so closer to 500, and then kind of build up. But currently at the moment, it's a startup to where that first goal could have been hit, but it's also a thing where like I'm noticing, especially with patience, and not trying to just grab the quick bag and be kind of like, I guess they call it a scalper. That's where the money reel is at. That's where the real money is at. And kind of playing a little bit more patient and more strategic, obviously. Okay, cool. That gets you somewhere further than what it would have if you had played it quick. I know when I bought into it, it was a thing where I was more so in the red. Didn't think about it, went to sleep, woke up the next day on time just to see the market at 9 a.m. this morning, and I found myself to be up around 50, 20, 30 bucks. Okay, cool. A little bit more time passed, and all of a sudden now I'm up 100. Okay, that's not bad. To where I hit the peak today, which was like 175 to $200, 212. Holy shit, damn, I hit my quota. Obviously, like I mentioned, where I faltered was I didn't sell, because I didn't know how to sell. And given now that I know, okay, that's something to go forward and now know and act upon a lot quicker. So it's definitely something to pay attention to and keep an eye out for into the future, and be a little bit more knowledgeable of, because when it comes to the more important trades, I want to make sure that, for one, pay attention in those moments. I'm not just, ooh, I gotta sell. I gotta be patient. I gotta realize that. So oftentimes the best thing to do is to just remain calm. If it's going up, okay, cool. But it also has to be a thing to where I have to also realize where the sweet spot is. There's the good calm of like, okay, cool, that's fine, I'll let it ride out a little bit longer. Or there's also the sweet spot of like, oh, okay, cool, I'll let it ride out a little bit longer, and I wait out too long, and then all of a sudden there's a missed opportunity. So right now, that's one thing that I'm paying attention to at the moment. And it's also, what else? It's also, I don't know, a definite thing to where I'm paying a lot more attention to people's strategies, to people's way of thinking, to the way they use the vocabulary and how they're using it, what it might mean. All very interesting things, but nevertheless, to say this is kind of day one of day trading, and I'm a bit nervous, but I'm also put in a position to where, like, I know that probably 3 months down the line, there's going to be a different way of talking, a different way of confidence, a different way of, like, posture, obviously, in terms of the way I'm holding myself up, but it's a necessary one, I'll say for sure, because I know in 6 months down the line, things will be very different, to where it'll be written across my face, especially given that school will be around that time too, to where I'll be communicating like, oh shit, things are going good, things are going great. For one, because I had that mindset that things were always going to be that way. There's going to be times where I lose, but that's okay, because I learned something from that. There's also going to be days where it's, uh-oh. No, why are you showing me a notification? Holy shit balls, bruv. That is not good. I'm down 200. I fucking knew I shouldn't have bought it. I knew I should have sold that bitch, bro. So, to kind of give you a better example, right? I had a feeling it was going to go down. And I put up the buy when I should have put up the sell. And I bought in, and now I'm just kind of losing profit at this point. So, that's not exactly ideal as to what I wanted to happen, but it's something that nevertheless, it's you gotta learn from. So yeah, that's a bit damning, that's a bit hurtful. So today, for the first day of trading, not exactly the best, but here's what I'm gonna say. I'll hold out, and I'll probably mark today off up until the end of the day and see what the end results were, as possibly a fail. I'll trust in the process and I'll wait out, given that I do believe that to be quick and rash and try and just jump out of the water when you just got in is a bit foolish. Obviously, this is kind of be a learning experience where I learned that I knew it was going to go down, and yet I bought up. So what I should have done is put in a sell, which is where I faltered, obviously. And so going forward, it's a thing where, like, now I know going forward I have to trust my intuition, my instinct, that if it tells me sell, sell, or if it tells me buy, buy, because now I'm starting to learn to read those patterns. Outside of that, it's a scary week, to where on the last of my bit of cash, to where I'm $339 in terms of payment. Gonna be applying to 2 jobs, one for the Port of Portland, and then the other one for a place that's local here for me. That would be a great opportunity to make money and put in a lot of hours in to build up money and wealth. Outside of that, today is just kind of like the start of, I guess you could say, a new series of outside the graphic design one, day trading, to kind of like document and journey the way that I'm thinking, the way that I'm talking, and what is it I'm kind of analyzing, so that further down the line I can really compare and contrast the differences of how I viewed certain patterns and how I may have been right versus how I may have been wrong and whatnot, and what kind of advancements I make. Outside of that, today is currently 11:47, July 10th, and we are exactly 5 months away before the year 2027. Big things to come. Outside of that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.